Hyvää päivää.
Hyvää päivää.
Mitä kuuluu, Shamoman?
Päivää. Ihan hyvä. Entä sinulle?
Minä olen kunnossa, kiitos.
Kiitos. Sami on. Missä sinä olet?
Minä olen Kavialassa, sorry.
Come. My voice is clear, everyone?
Quite clear.
Hyvää päivää.
Hyvää päivää.
Hyvää päivää. Mitäs teille kuuluu?
Ihan hyvä.
Mitä?
Entä sinulle?
Ihan hyvä.
Entä sinulle?
Kiitos, ihan hyvää kuuluu. Ihan hyvää. Kuinkas monta täällä jo on? 10. Odotetaan vähän aikaa, että kaikki pääsevät. Minä kuulin äsken, joku sanoi kahvilassa tai kahvilla. Kahvila, a cafeteria, kahvila.
Kahvilta.
Joo, kahvila is the place and minä olen kahvilla. I am having a coffee. Kahvilla. Kahvila with one L, it's the cafeteria, the cafe, the place, and with 2 L's. You are saying minä olen. I am having a coffee. Minä olen kahvilla. Joo. I can write to your chat box. Kahvila, a cafe. Meaning the place. Kahvila, a cafe. But if you want to say you are having a cafe, you are in there and you are zipping your cafe. You say, minä olen kahvilla. I'm having a coffee. I am. It's actually I am, kahvilla. I am having a coffee. I am in a cafe. That's what it means. Hyvää päivää kaikille, hyvää päivää. Saatiin juuri lisää ihmisiä. We just got more people in. Hyvää päivää. Ketäs siellä on? Let's wait for a while. I can still keep on writing into the chat box. Again, some weather stuff, because that's what you're going to need. Turussa on tänään lämmin. Turussa on tänään lämmin. Ei ole kylmä, on lämmin. Lämmin. Lämmin means warm. Turussa on tänään lämmin. Ehkä 8 astetta. Ehkä 8 astetta, I mean plus. Ehkä plus 8 astetta. Maybe plus 8 degrees. Ehkä 8 astetta. Pimeää ja ei ole lunta. On pimeää. It's dark. Well, of course, during the daytime, you can kind of call it a sunlight, but it's so gray. Oh. On pimeää. Pimeää ja harmaata. It's dark and grey. Pimeää ja harmaata. On pimeää ja harmaata. It's dark and grey. It's dark and grey. It's dark and grey. Quite boring weather. Turussa ei ole lunta. Turussa ei ole. Ei means no. Ei ole lunta. In Turku there is no snow. No snow. So very good cycling weather. I've been cycling to work and back, so it's good cycling weather, but otherwise quite boring weather here. Turussa ei ole lunta. On pimeää ja harmaata. Mutta nyt on joulukuu. Nyt on joulukuu. Joulukuu. Now it's December. On joulukuu. Joulukuu on alkanut. December has started. Joulukuu on alkanut. Joulukuu on alkanut. Has started. December has started. And I put there what is this this mark? This like I'd be quite happy about it because I am. Joulukuu on kiva kuukausi. Joulukuu on kiva kuukausi. This is my opinion. Minun mielipide. My opinion. Tämä on minun mielipide. This is my opinion. Minun mielipide. Minun mielipide. Minä ajattelen, I think. Minä ajattelen, että joulukuu on kiva kuukausi. Minun mielestä, I could say, in my opinion. Minun mielestä. Minun mielestä joulukuu on kiva kuukausi. Minun mielestä joulukuu on kiva kuukausi. In my opinion, December is a nice month. In my opinion, minun mielestä. You can always use this one in different situations. Minun mielestä marraskuu on tylsä kuukausi. Marraskuu, so boring. Minun mielestä marraskuu on tylsä. Tylsä means boring. Minun mielestä marraskuu on tylsä kuukausi. Marraskuu, November. In my opinion, November is boring month. Because it's not yet Christmas is not yet coming and it's still in the middle of the autumn and everything. November ei hyvä. Marraskuu on tylsä, mutta joulukuu on kiva. Marraskuu on tylsä, mutta December is nice. Joulukuu on kiva. Marraskuu on tylsä, mutta joulukuu on kiva. That's my opinion. People have very, very different opinions about this. But in Finland, when it's December, it's actually a Christmas month. Joulu means Christmas. Joulu, Christmas. So December, in Finnish, it's called Christmas month. Joulukuu. Joulukuu. And of course, in Finland, people wish that we would have a white Christmas, valkoinen joulu, white Christmas. it means that we have snow in Christmas. We always wish that it would be like that. But in Turku, you never know. Many times it's dark Christmas in Turku, but in Christmas I always go to north to my family and where I'm from, and there the Christmas is always white. I hope it stays that way, even though the climate changes so much. Okay. Hyvää päivää kaikille. Good day to everyone who has just arrived. Kiva nähdä teitä. Nice to see you. Kiva nähdä. I see Huzaifa, Afa, Fahad Abbas, Muhammad Irfan, Shazadi Yasmin, Kabay Ali Said is there. Hyvä. Ahsan Sayed, Muwasi, Mahnur, Afia, Muhammad Zain, Navid, and Navid's friend also there, but I don't remember your name if I don't see it here in the screen, but I know Navid is like doubled. Rahim is there, Asad Iqbal, Umar Farouk, Nimra, Ali Mohammed, Shah, Abuzar Habib. Okay, hyvä. Nyt alkaa virallisesti. Now we officially start. Kiitos viime viikon koepäivästä. Thank you for the test day last week. It went very, very well. Mostly it was so good. I'm very pleased with your learning, and I just was amazed that how well everyone, almost everyone, did quite well the conjugation of the verbs, and it was so fluent, and your pronunciation works very well. So when you are speaking, when you are saying something, I understand it very well what you are saying. If you didn't get so good points, if you are like, oh, I didn't get so good points, then don't worry. You can always study and learn more for the next test. But in this test, it was crucial that you knew the right forms of the words. So you might have lost some points even if I understood you quite well. So it was quite strict, the test, that you know the correct forms. But of course, when you are speaking and using a language, it's not about the exact forms. Like in English, you know, because I speak English to you all the time and I say whatever comes to my mind, and it's not always perfect, really, and you still understand. And that's how the languages go. It is really, really like cooperation between people to understand each other. So just always be brave, like you were in a test. It was so nice talking with you all in a test. Just also remember that fluency doesn't mean that you always have to get things right. It means that you are in a right track and you are going to the right direction. Always remember, languages are processes. They are not like you cannot know everything at once. It's a process, and it's ongoing process, and it comes and it goes, and you learn all the time. Okay. But however, test went very well, and because it went very well, I made this assumption that you are learning a bit faster than I actually expected. So we start speeding up our studies a bit. And for today, it means that I'm going to show you the material that we are having in a Padlet, and we are all going to register into the Hoivaa suomeksi material. And I will teach you how to use it, and I will give you a schedule. That's how you can, how I assume that you work with the material. So we continue during our classes, during these lessons, we continue as we have done so far. I keep on giving you information, grammar, vocabulary and everything, and you will get homework from these classes all the time. But besides that, we are taking here this another material, and that is what you work with. At first, you work with it quite independently, and I will give you a timetable or a schedule in what time you need to study those hoiva suomeksi, that's nursing in Finnish material. But first, we have to check how it goes. So this material, the link in there is already in Padlet. It's been there for quite a while. So, but today we'll register in there. And I wish that now, when I show you the material, that you can take, maybe you can take your phone and register in at the same time I'm showing how to do it. But if you are very quick and you are there already, then you have to stop for a while, because when you register into this new material, the system gives you a code and you have to pass me the code. You have to copy the code and put it into the chat box. I'll collect all the codes you get from when you register in. This is a kind of safety thing, because it's for you, because if you lose the code, then you lose the exercises you've done already. So if for some reason you lose the code, you don't know it anymore, you lost the paper or the picture of the code, then you can always ask it from me. So that's why I collect all the codes. So otherwise, you can just proceed with me. I'll share with you the information and just to do the same operations I am doing. Use your phone or use your computer, open another page there and use it. And just when I'll show you how to do it, you register in. But before you completely go on, you have to copy the code and put it to the chat box for me, and I'll copy there from there. Okay, I'll show you what we do. Hoiva suomeksi. You can find this from the Padlet, or you can just Google it and write these words, hoiva suomeksi. If you write this to Google, it's going to find the correct page for you. This is not an app. It's not an app just for mobile device, but it works very well also in phones, in mobile devices. So you don't need a different app for it. You just have to go into the page. hoivasuomeksi.fi. So this material is free for everyone. Everyone can use it. It is made for people who start in who study in caretaking business in that field of work. So basically, it has a lot of vocabulary for nurses and for that area. But it also has a lot of basic vocabulary for everyday life. So it's very good. But this material it kind of starts from the beginning, but it's not like if you know nothing about Finnish, then it's a bit tricky to start, but you already know enough to start with this one. But first sections there are not very difficult. So this is the page you should find. Have you found it? Do you have it in your mobile device or in your computer somewhere? Okay. Then you press. Okei, hyvä. Joo. Aloita opiskelu. Click here. Aloita opiskelu. It means start studying. This one says continue practicing. It's for there if you are going back there again, you use that one. But at first you need to click this one. Aloita, to start. Aloita. Start. I'm putting this into the chat box. Continue. Jatka. Okay, and now when you are here, It says syötä koko nimesi. Fill in your whole name, koko nimi, whole name. So if it would be me, I would put it like this. And then when you have written your name, you can click jatka, continue. Just first your name and click jatka. And now you see the code, and this is the important part. Don't click forward before you have copied it and given it to me and saved it also for yourself. So yes, just like that. Like Asad Iqbal just gave me the code to the chat box, so everyone do the same thing. And it's actually very helpful for me if you write your name and the code to the message, because when I copy it from the chat box, it's easy. It copies also your name if you have written it, but if you haven't written it, I have to write it separately. So yes, just like that, Huzaifa, just write your name and the code and put it into the chat box. And when you have done that one, save the code also for yourself. Take a screenshot, save it to your photos, write it to your notebook, wherever you can, just put it there, the code somewhere that you have the code, because it's your key to your own exercises. If you lose it, then of course you can always get in and start again and take a new code. But it's kind of frustrating if you have done lots of exercises and you lose it. But I will also copy them, so you can, of course, ask it from me later on. When you have the code, you put it into the chat box, exactly like many of you have done already. Help each other if someone needs help there. And then when you are ready with that, then you can press continue. Jatka. Sitten voit painaa jatka. Then you can press sitten voit painaa jatka. Okay, first copy the code and then jatka. Hyvä, paljon koodeja. A lot of codes there are coming. And this is the page you are getting in. I will wait for everyone to have the codes, and I'll copy them from the chat box before I start teaching you this. But you can of course click now while waiting and check what is in there, and get to know this material also by yourself for a while. We'll just wait for all. I'm clicking the codes here and trying to save all of them. At the same time, of course, I can do it then afterwards too, but I just want to be sure that I have all of them. If you need help, ask from your friend or that's someone who can help you with to register in. And maybe if you don't know how to put the code into the chat box, someone can probably help you there. And if coping is difficult, you can just write your code there, but just take care that you're writing it correctly. This takes a little while, but I think it's very important with this now. And that one is Huzaifa, okay. Then Wazi, yes. And then I just check that I have all of them in here. This, that is Ashfa, Asan Sayed, Nimra, yes. Shah, Mirza, Rahasib. Yes, correct. Muzar Habib, yes. And this is Yasmin. Azadi and Fahad Abbas. This one is Ali Mohammed, yes. Where did Mahmoud come? There. No. Ali Said is there, but who's... Oh, okay, now I know. Said is that, but who's is that one? Okay. Afia is there, yes. And let's take the last ones also. Fahad Abbas is there. Yes, I think I'm having that one. Very good. Let's see how many do I have. There are like 22 maybe who I should have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I have 18. 18. Is there still someone who has not yet registered there? If you have any problems with it, ask from a friend or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There are a few codes that I'm missing. Is there someone who didn't give it yet? because I'll tell the names that I have here in the list. So if someone is missing, Asad Iqbal, your code is here. Huzaifa's code is here. Wasi is here. Zain is here. Ashfa here. Sayed here. Nimra, Shah, Rahim, Rao Hasib, Abuzar Habib, Yasmin, Fahad, Ali Muhammad, Ali Said, Mahnor, Afia, Irfan. If you didn't hear your name, then it means I don't have your code yet. Ali Muhammad gave a code, but is it now yours, or because I already have one code for you, so is this for someone else? So, okay, there is Muhammad Irfan and Khubayb there, okay. The second code is what? Okay, Ali Muhammad, you are saying the second code is, so whose is it? Or is it the correct one? Is it your code? Now I'm also having Khubayb's and Irfan's. Okay, the first code is wrong. Okay, yes, kiitos Ali Muhammad. I'll correct it here. Yes, thank you. I have this Irfan's code. I have it here. Yes, very good. And I just collect a new code for Ali Muhammad. It seems like, okay, of course I can know where my code is, and of course I can save it, but just trust me, always in every group somebody loses their their code. So so this, even though it takes a little while to do this, it's very, very useful. Is everyone now having, how about, how do I still, Navid, is your code here? Maybe not. Maybe Navid's code is still somewhere coming, somewhere on the way. And is everyone else here now? Is somebody having problem, something that doesn't work? I can see that Shah is there with Navid. Maybe they will get the code there for me. Yeah. And then after everyone is there, then we start going through the material and I'll show you what you have to do with it. The best part is still coming. Okay. I'll wait for the last code or last ones. The code will drop at some point, and let's start seeing. Okay, now I got one code. Yes, fantastic. Kiitos, Navid. Navidin koodi on tässä. Kiitos. I'll save it also. And just remember to save it also for yourself because you need it to get into your material. And I think I'm having Irfan's code here. Yeah, I have it here already. Very good. Hyvä. Okay. Let's go forward. So you probably see the material I'm showing you, sharing you on the screen. Hoivaa suomeksi, care in Finnish. That's what it means. And in here in the upper row, in this row here, the tasks and exercises are in Finnish. So there is no helping language here. But and this material on the upper row is mostly the working field, the vocabulary there. So things that you need at work. But here the row under here, the lower row, where you can see two flags there, it means that there is Finnish, but the helping language is English. So these are a bit easier to follow the exercises because you already have the English helping language there. Navid, you want to ask something? Go ahead if you want to ask something. I just saw that you had made this, but if you want to ask, it's not. If it was. Okay. Okay. Was it? Yeah, it was silent. Okay. So this here, the row under here that you are having the helping language is English. It's easier to follow, but also remember that when you are doing exercises in the upper row, use translator, use Google Lens or whatever you need to proceed with the exercises if you don't understand what it says in Finnish. But when you learn to do these exercises, when you know how the system goes, you don't need so much this meta talk about, I mean, the overall explanation of the exercises. Then afterwards you can follow also these ones, even there is no helping language. But the system, how I want you to start with this material is that you start with this first. It's first box in upper row. Suomen kielen alkeet, the beginnings of Finnish language is this one. If you are there now with your own device, it's easier for you to see, but of course you can follow from the screen. In here, you see the level of the language there used there. This is very like it's approximately that level. There can be a lot of more easier stuff or a bit more difficult there, but it's something that you can a bit see a bit that's what is in there. So if you are not familiar with these language learning levels, then the basic thing is that if there is A, it means that there's something that you start with, and if there is B, then you need already more vocabulary to go through with B level. So A1.1 is the level where you actually start after doing the very beginnings. But in here there is A1.3, so it means that when you go with this exercise, you might find also vocabulary there that is beyond the very basics. In here you see a clock. It's also this application or this software. It gives you the automatically. It says that it takes about this much time, this many minutes to do this section. But it can take you like very much shorter time or very much longer time, depending on what you already know. If you know already the things that are in that section, you just click it, tick, 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 and it's done. So, this is just like an estimated time that this application counts. And here you can see there is aloita, which means start. You can click it there if you are now there in this material. So when you start working with this material, go through this one first, these exercises in here first, before you go forward. Some of the exercises there are very easy, the first ones, but still just click them through because it builds up your knowledge. And sometimes it gives you something that we have not talked about in a classroom yet. So that's why it's important that you go through everything, even though it first seems very easy. So tällä kurssilla harjoittelet suomen kielen alkeita. In this course or this section, you practice the beginnings of the Finnish language. Opit persoonapronominit, verbejä ja ajanilmauksia, and then there are the sentences, what are in there. And of course, in here it says, in spite of all of everything else, you learn to make simple phrases so that you use the vocabulary of hoitoala, nursing or caretaking area. So you learn lots of things here. This is like the common progress block here you see when you're progressing, and here are the exercises, chapter 1 and chapter 2. And before you start, where did it go now? It usually gives there this summary of everything. That's what's in here. But now it didn't. But if you just go in, it doesn't matter if it gives you the whole summary. In here, chapter 1, you click it in. There are phrases and sentences. Takaisin, it means back. Asad Iqbal's one more to add here. I'll put it immediately. So takaisin, back. If you want to go back and there is takaisin, it means the same thing as go back. Okay, I've now added Asad Iqbal's, the thing that was in a chat box. Okay, so if you here click phrases and sentences, you get in here. Okay, what am I now doing? Okay, where did it give me the? This is very slow now for me. Are you getting in there? I'm not now. I'm not sure what's going on here now. Oh, maybe it's just the overall. Let's go to the personal pronouns. Yes, okay. Maybe it's just the headline there. Okay, so personal pronouns and verbs here. So when you go to the exercises there, it gives you how much you have proceeded, what have you already done. And here, if it says aloita, you can click here. In this one, it tells you what's in there. But I think at the first, it's more interesting just get in and start doing it. And you can always read the information later. Personal pronouns and verbs, you know this one already. Tarvitset persoonapronomineja, kun puhut ihmisistä ja siitä, mitä he tekevät. Suomen kielessä verbit taipuvat persoonamuodon mukaan. So you see these explanation sentences there. In this block there are in Finnish, but if you go to the lower row there, the row that is under there in the first page, then you see these also in English, but or most of it. But in here you see it in Finnish. If you need translations, use translators there to help you. But this one means that you need personal pronouns when you speak about people, and that's what they are doing. In Finnish language, verbs conjugate with a person, like you already know. But even if you don't understand all the sentences, you can start the exercises. In here it says, minä olen hoitaja, I am a nurse, and in here is the same thing in spoken language. So if you see different forms of different looking sentences, then it might be that it's in spoken language too. So when you click aloita, it means to start. Oh, okay, I said it, but another one, I will add the one. So if sometimes these exercises, it says something to you that you have to listen. Okay. I did that one again. I just taking the codes again. Yes. Okay. So you can't hear it now because I'm not sharing the voice with you. But when you are checking this one by yourself, you can see that the person is saying something. And kuuntele means to listen. Listen. Kuuntele. So if you want to listen it again, what is it saying? You just click kuuntele. And it says, okay, you don't hear it, but it says minä. And then you have to click the correct answer. And then it goes forward. It says something. Now it said sinä, and you have to click sinä. And I know this is very easy for you now, but just click it forward. It's like practicing the whole system there at the same time. Hän, you can just do it if you don't need, you can now check it, but you don't need to now proceed very much. If you click the right answer, it gives you the green mark here. And if you click something wrong, then it gives you a red mark. For example, like this, it said te and I clicked hän. So now you can see that it was marked red there. And this is how you proceed with the exercises. There might be some things where somebody's saying something, and then there might be something that you need to write sentences, or there are lots of different sort of exercises there. It's not just one type of exercise. First ones are easy, but it goes forward quite quickly. And for example, times of the clock we have not yet studied, but it still comes in here. For example, I just click it here to show you. And okay, something went wrong. I don't know what it is. Let's see. So when you are getting something new, it means that maybe you need more time to practice it. There are a few ways to, more than one ways to study things. One way is to run it through and very quickly, and you are just like, oh, I've done everything and I'm a king of the world now. But actually, if you just run it through without putting things into your mind, it really doesn't help so much. So don't try to try to beat the clock here. Just try to learn. So first, there are some times here, and you read it. This is like the little theory in here, and you try to figure out that, okay, how you say this time of clock or this. There are a few examples here, and then when you start, and then you just have to start the exercises. And for example, in here, it says katso kuvaa, katsoa, to look. Look at the picture and choose what time is it. Mitä kello on, what time is it? And sometimes, even if you don't know the sentence, you can figure it out from the context or use translator if you don't have the English translation here. So, for example, this one, kello on 2, it's 2 o'clock. And you can click this one. If you want to listen how it is said, you press this icon, and then the application reads the thing for you. Voice now. I think you might hear it now.
Kello on 2. Kello on 2.
By clicking this icon, you can hear the application voice there saying it.
Kello on 8.
And that's also one way to learn, is to click those icons and repeat after the person who is saying something. And when you answer, then you click the answer. And if it's correct, if you want to check it, tarkista, check. Tarkista, check. Tarkista is to check. So did it go correctly? You can click here. Sometimes it corrects it automatically. Sometimes you need
Kello
to click
on
it.
2.
Okay, it was good. I was correct, very fine, because I think I should have known that already. So tässä kello on 11. And again, the same thing, you pick up the correct one. And if it gives you this check a button here, then you can click it, tarkista. And it gives you the correct answers.
Kello on 11.
And again, it goes forward here. If you are going, if you are correct, it gives you green marks. And if you are not correct, it gives you red marks here. For example, this is actually 6:30, 6:30. If I click this one, se on väärin.
Kello on
It's
6:30.
wrong. And then it gives me red mark. Not so great. Yeah, so that's how you proceed with it. In here, with this button, you can close it. And then if you want to proceed later, then you can just get in with your code, and it gives you the things that you have already done. They stay there. They are saved there. So for example, I started with these times of the clock or with these personal pronouns and verbs. It's not saying aloita, it says jatka, to continue, because I've already done it. In here, it says aloita because I didn't do anything to it yet. So do all these boxes here at first. This is the very first thing to do with this application. After that, okay, so this is the material that you're working independently, and I will give you a schedule to follow with it, so that you can, you know what I assume, that where are you going with the material. But this is the thing where you start. But after you have done this box, suomen kielen alkeet, then you have to drop to here to lower row and start exercises from here. So this is the first one. You can think that it's like a level 0 here in this application, and then you start with English helped exercises 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. You start going forward. So when you have finished the lower row, then you start from here. Then you continue from here. So first, just this great beginning, then the English helped, basic vocabulary sentences first, and then it starts giving you working field vocabulary also here. And after that, you are ready to start with this one. Okay? So don't do this row yet, because you need more basic vocabulary there to follow this. So just do first these exercises that are here. And for example, clothes and accessories, vaatteet ja asusteet. When you start, it says that takes like 40 minutes to finish this. You can take as much time as you need, or you can be much quicker if you want, if you happen to be. In here, it gives you some sentences also in English, so you are not so alone with it. Study clothing vocabulary with Johanna, Anna, and Ritva. Opiskele vaatesanastoa Johannan, Annan ja Ritvan kanssa. So it gives you help in English. And the same thing, you start, aloita. You can actually decide which box you do first, but usually they have some system there that if you start with the box 1, it might help you with the next box. But if you want, nobody orders you to do it in certain order here. But when you start it, then you just proceed with it. It gives you lots of vocabulary here, and sometimes it gives you text. This is, for example, one text here. And in a text, Anna ja Ritva valitsevat vaatteita. Anna ja Ritva choose clothes here. And sentences might be quite tricky to understand. You can use translators if you want. But in here, the most important thing is now to build up your vocabulary. And when you have learned the vocabulary, you can then come back to the text and read it again. Do you understand a bit more of it? So don't get frustrated if you don't know everything at once. There are lots of things in here, and you really might need a translator at times. But for example, in here, if the word is bolded, then it gives you the translation there. Mekko, dress, and it gives you 3 forms. It gives you the form that you see in a sentence, then it gives you the English form, and then it gives you the basic form. Sometimes the word in a sentence is already in basic form. So that's why, for example, in this one, it gives you the same form like twice. But in here, teepaidan, that is the one, it's in genitive form there, the word, but the basic form is teepaita. So that's why it means that the dictionary form is there, the last form that you can see there. And these words also, housut, it's a plural, but it's always in plural form, like trousers in English also. So also the basic form is housut. Villatakki, villasukat, wool socks, but villasukka is a basic form. So this is how you can get some help there. And it gives you something in English, but it doesn't give you everything in English. It gives you something. And then you can start practicing the vocabulary. And you can do the tasks as many times as you need and you want. So vastaa oikealla käännöksellä, answer with the correct translation. And in here,
skirt,
if you see a question mark, you can click it and it gives you
skirt,
some help there.
skirt,
And then you can pick it up from here. So there are lots of different kinds of exercises there, but you have seen now something that's in there. first, some of them seem easy. Some of them will build up your vocabulary with the words. Some of them are sentence-based. Some of them are conjugation exercises. There are lots of things there in here in this material. Is there something you want to ask at this point, or do I just go forward? Umar Farouk's, I'll put it into my list also. Just remember, if you have some problems, if you want to work with it, you lose your code gets lost or something, you just give me a message. Sha, go ahead.
Then how can we log in this website to another device with the same code?
Yes, with the same code. Just open it, go to the page, you can Google it and then go to the page and then use the same code. And then you're getting into your own material. It doesn't matter which device you use.
Okay.
Just with the same code, yes. And it really should work quite well also in mobile devices, as far as I have tried it, but I haven't done all the exercises there. So yes, now Umar Farouk, yes. So if you are having some specific question, like something from the material that if you are giving me like email that Inkeri, what is this in this box, this exercise 759, and there is this sentence, what does it mean? Then you really need to give me the sentence also, because I don't know everything that's in there by heart. So, but of course, if you have something, you can ask. Okay. But I have put Padlets. I have given you this schedule. Just I wish that you follow the schedule when you are doing the exercises. It means that this is just a minute. I don't mean that you have to, if you are fast, you can just go as quickly as you want and do it as much as you want. This is not there to stop you, this schedule. But if you are busy and if it's hard for you to decide that what should I do? Should I do something, or should I, go to have a cup of coffee, and then you check that, okay, Ingrid gave me something to do. So then you can check from the schedule that's what you need to do. At least what you need to do, at least. It's there in a Padlet, but I'll show you. So this material and this schedule, it's there besides our normal classes. I will give you homework and everything as I've done so far in the classes, but this is here like another line going on there, this independent studying line, and then our ordinary classes here. So this is like separate from the ordinary classes. But aikataulu, it means a timetable or a schedule. Timetable, aikataulu. Tee tehtävät itsenäisesti merkittyyn päivään mennessä. Complete the tasks independently by the specified date. So I have given you dates. For example, the first box there in the material, it was called Suomen kielen alkeet. That was the first box in the first row, and that's the thing that you need to do first. Try to do it during the next week. So this 10th of December is next Wednesday, if I'm correct. So try to finish the first box before next Wednesday, before next Wednesday. Then you proceed with clothes and food, ruoka, food, with these two things. Okay. Yeah, they are due to 19th of this December. It doesn't matter what day you do. You decide when it's good time for you to do the exercises, but put this one into your calendar so that you know that, okay, due to that date, you have done these. Then there is a Christmas break. So in Finland, we are having vacations, and maybe in Pakistan, you are having some sort of breaks there also. I'm not sure. But I try to put the next one a bit further away ahead. So if you are also having some breaks there, I don't want anybody to study on your holidays or something like that. You have work days too for working, right? So 28th of December, you have finished this talo, house, siivous, cleaning, these boxes. And then this one comes a bit faster then, washing and hygiene and moving and supplies during until the end of the year. Just end up these ones. And before we start, because after the Christmas break, well, the last class this year is 19th of, is it 19th? Yes, I think Friday, 19th of December. And after that, we'll have the Christmas break, and we come back at 7th of January. So try to finish the material, the lower row there in the material, that English part row, until that. And there are 2 boxes there. These are the last 2 boxes in the row that is under there, the lower row. These I have marked that they are kind of extra. If you feel that you can absorb the vocabulary also from those boxes, feel free to do also those if they are very good boxes also. But this hoitotyön kirjaaminen, this box, it means like when you are reporting your nursing job, things you're writing down, or you are making reports or something. So the vocabulary there might be a bit tricky. But of course, if you feel like you can absorb it, do those also. But that's why there is no date for in there. Also, this one, kuolema means death, and saattohoito, it means take. I don't know exact word now in English, but when you are taking care of a person who is very soon going to die for some reason, and you give them very good, you take care of them very well, and you give them medicines and everything, that means saattohoito. So you are taking care of the person who is now leaving the world behind. So these ones, you can do it also after you have done all of this. But if you feel like that the vocabulary is too difficult there, what is this background noise? If you feel that the vocabulary there is a bit too tricky, then you can leave it for later and do this later, of course. So, but here is a schedule for you to follow with that material. And to be honest, there are lots of you there. Yes, this should be in a Padlet already. I think I put it there, or didn't I? I'll check. It should be there, but if it wasn't, I'll put it. So to be honest, there are like 50 students here and more coming to these online courses with me. So I cannot supervise your work there. So even if I have your code, I have no time to go in there with everyone's code and check that where are you in with your exercises. So you have to be your own boss with this, okay? And if you do nothing during the Christmas time or during December, and then you are noticing that, oh, classes starts, it's already 6th of January, and tomorrow Inkeri starts, and you are like, I haven't done anything with this material. And then you start, and then you are doing like 7 hours the material, and you are like click, 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 click. Well, you can do that also if you feel like that's your way to work. But to learn more, I suggest that you try to divide these 2 different days, because it's so hard to learn if you try to push too hard and do everything at once. So that's why I have given you the schedule here. Okay, that's about it. You know now what to do with the material, right? Are you okay with it? Yes, I see thumbs and nodding. Very
Yes,
good.
yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yes, yes, very good. And you know that you ask if you need help or something goes wrong or you understand nothing or whatever, you can always give me an email or WhatsApp or whatever you want. Okay, mennään eteenpäin. Let's go forward for today. I want to go through with you more verbs. You were very good with verb type 1 verbs in a test, and today we are going to go forward with hauska tavata material. Hauska tavata. Ota sinun hauska tavata material. Ja sivu on 18. Sivu 18. Hauska tavata materiaali sivu 18. Hauska tavata sivu 18. Siellä on lisää verbejä. Lisää verbejä. Nämä verbit sivulla 18. Sivulla 18. Siellä on myös muita verbityyppejä. There are also more, another verb types there. Not everything is now a verb type 1 anymore. There are lots of others now coming up. And in the other group, someone asked that how can we separate the different verb types? I will teach you that also, but because the time is limited. So first today, I'm not going to teach you the system, but I'll teach you the verbs first. But I will teach you also how to conjugate all the verb types, so don't worry. Sivu 18 otsikko on Mitä sinä teet? The headline there. Mitä sinä teet? Mitä sinä teet? What do you do or what are you doing? Actually, if you translate it exactly to English, it says what you do. But in English, it's a poor sentence. And in English, you say, what are you doing? Or what do you do? Or something like that. I'm trying to put you in another screen now. Yep. Okay. So, let's put the translations here. Mitä sinä teet? What are you doing? I put a sentence in here like twice. What? What do you do? So in Finnish, we just use this structure to describe both of the English structures. What are you doing? Mitä sinä teet? What do you do? It actually means the same thing in Finnish. Minä kirjoitan ja luen. Minä kirjoitan ja luen. I write and read. Just like you have learned, you conjugate the verbs by person. So you are having the verb endings there. Kirjoitan because it's me. Luen, because it's me, you have to have the N there. Mitä hän tekee? Mitä hän tekee? What is he doing or she doing? Or what? Yeah, well, maybe this structure is the only good explanation there in English. I put it a bit bigger. What's he doing? Mitä hän tekee? Hän opiskelee. Hän opiskelee. He studies or she studies. This you already know because you have learned the verb before. In here you see some verbs. Tehdä. Tehdä. To do or to make. Very important verb, and it actually belongs to verb type 2. Verbityyppi 2, verb type 2. But it belongs to that verb type, but it is irregular. So it doesn't help you, even if you know how to conjugate that verb type, it wouldn't help because this one is irregular and you have to learn it by heart. Tehdä. So, minä. Well, actually, when you start conjugating this verb, you take away the H and D. HD menee pois. HD goes away. Menee pois. HD. And you are left with the body looking like this, or the stem of the word. Tee, that is the stem in here, and you add N because it's me. Minä teen. Sinä teet. Hän tekee. In here, the body changes, the stems changes until the K letter it appears there. Just remember, it's quite important to have this here. Hän tekee. The K pops up also with he. He tekevät. They do or they are doing. He tekevät. But with me, you use the same stem that you have here. Te, me, te teette. So this is something that you need to learn by heart. So if there is something that you study during today and tomorrow, hope a bit more also, try to memorize this verb tehdä. There is also another verb. It's not in this list, but which looks like quite the same, belongs to verb type 2 and is irregular. And that verb is nähdä. Let's write it here. Nähdä. To see. Nähdä is to see. I conjugate it here. I don't write the person now. It has the person there also, but the space is limited. So I just write the conjugated form. Minä näen. In here, you don't have two same vowels. You are having two different vowels here. Ä, e. Minä näen. Minä näen sinut. I see you, for example. Minä näen. Sinä näet. Hän näkee. But same thing as in here. K pops out there, and you see K now. Here. Hän näkee. Me näemme. No K. Ei ole koota. Just two vowels. Ä, e. Me näemme. Te näette. And now the K again. He näkevät. So I think these two verbs, tehdä ja nähdä, they are quite easy to learn both of them at the same time because the conjugated forms look alike. And these are irregulars. So these belong to verb type 2, but they are irregulars. The other ones that you see in a list here, they are not irregulars. There are changes. There are KPT changes, which is this big phenomena applying to all Finnish vocabulary, KPT consonants have this certain way of change, and that, or how they affect in words, but these have a system. So they might seem irregular for you now when you see that the letters change a bit here, but they are not. Only irregular ones in here in this page now are tehdä and nähdä. Täällä on kirjoittaa. Kirjoittaa is to write. To write, kirjoittaa. To write. Lukea, to read. Antaa, to give. Ottaa, to take. Write, read, give, take. Very useful verbs in all over in all areas of life. In here, these little words are kumi is eraser, paperi, paper, kynä, a pencil or a pen. Kumi, that's a new word, I think. Eraser. Kumi. If you write and you want to take something away from that you wrote wrong, you can use eraser. Kumi. Minä kirjoitan. Sinä kirjoitat. Hän kirjoittaa. Me kirjoitamme. Te kirjoitatte. He kirjoittavat. In here, the KPT change, you don't know yet how it goes. I'm actually planning on teaching it to you on Friday. I hope I have time to do it then or start practicing with that one. In here, you see double T. Double T you can see also in here in basic form. But in other forms, minä, sinä, me, te, you see only one T. It goes with the system. With verb type 1, the system goes like that. You will learn more about it Friday. Lukea. Lukea is also verb type 1. In here you see K. And with hän, you also see K. And he. Täälläkin on K. Myös täällä on K. Also here is K. Myös täällä on K. Muissa muodoissa ei ole koota. In other forms you see no K. Muissa muodoissa, in other forms you see no K. Ei ole koota. Minä luen, sinä luet, hän lukee, me luemme, te luette, he lukevat. I go it quite quickly. We will read it all together today also. Antaa is to give. NT is also verb type 1. In here, you see the same NT. And in here, you see the same NT. But with other forms, NT varies with NN. So in here, you see NN, NN, and NT. As you can see, when I'm putting it in yellow, there is some sort of pattern here with these verb type 1 verbs. You don't know the KPT variation yet, how it goes, but with hän, he, and the basic form, you are seeing these yellow marks that I have put there. There is a system there behind. Okay, ottaa, to take, 2 T's here. 2 T's also with hän, 2 T's with he. Otherwise, only 1 T. Otan, otat, ottaa. Otamme, otatte, ottavat. I know I'm going quite quickly through this. Don't worry. You have time later to check it more carefully. Let's check these 3 ones also. You already actually know this one. I think istua. Istua, to sit. Seisoa, to stand. Nousta, to rise or to get up. Rise. these verbs that you see here these two belong to verb type 1 because there are 2 vowels at the end of the verb, as you have known, as you know already. This one is actually verb type 3 verb. You don't know yet how to recognize it, but it is verb type 3. Istua, no changes, no KPT changes or things like that in here. Just take the last vowel out and add the personal ending. Minä istun, sinä istut, hän istuu, and so on. Seiso, it works the same way, just like you have learned before. Take the last vowel out and then add the personal ending. Very basic, as you have practiced before. Nousta, the conjugation is different now. You see that there pops up e in here, nousen. We will practice that later, and I will teach it to you later. But this is how it looks like. Nousen, minä nousen, I get up. Sinä nouset, hän nousee. These little things in here, it says compare it, vertaa, compare it to another verb you have already learned. You can do that if you want, but for me it seems so, it didn't help me, so I'm not teaching it like that now. So let's read together. I have been spoken so much during this lesson that you are probably bored. So bored to listening my voice now. So it's my turn to listen yours. Avaa mikki. Avaa mikki. If the voice starts circulating, then you can open like a few mics.
Yes, ma'am.
Joo.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Minä sanon
Terve,
ja
ma'am.
sinä toistat. Terve, terve. Minä sanon ja sinä toistat. Mitä sinä teet?
Mitä sinä teet?
Mitä sinä teet?
Minä kirjoitan ja luen.
Minä kirjoitan
ja luen.
Mitä hän tekee?
Mitä hän tekee?
Hän opiskelee.
Hän opiskelee.
Minä teen, sinä teet, hän tekee.
Minä teen, hän tekee.
Me teemme, te teette, he tekevät.
Me
Hyvä. Joo, very good. Minä kirjoitan, sinä kirjoitat, hän kirjoittaa. Me kirjoitamme, te kirjoitatte, he kirjoittavat.
Me kirjoitamme.
Minä luen, sinä luet, hän lukee. Me luemme, te luette, he lukevat. Minä annan, sinä annat, hän antaa. Me annamme, te annatte, he antavat. Minä otan, sinä otat, hän ottaa. Me otamme, te otatte, he ottavat. Few more. Minä istun, sinä istut, hän istuu. Me istumme, te istutte, he istuvat.
He istuvat.
Minä seison, sinä seisot, hän seisoo.
Minä
seisoo.
Me seisomme, te seisotte, he seisovat.
Me
He seisovat.
Minä nousen, sinä nouset, hän nousee.
Hän nousee.
Me nousemme, te nousette, he nousevat. Very good. Close your mic. Laita mikki kiinni. Laita mikki kiinni. Hyvä. Tosi hyvä. Laita mikki kiinni.
Moi moi, moi moi.
No, not yet. Not yet. Close your mic. I'm giving you some homework. Don't go away yet. Laita mikki kiinni. Laita mikki kiinni. Close your mic. There are a few verbs here we didn't go through, but I think maybe you know them. Or if you don't, then you can find the translations for the last verbs in that page, on that page. And then kotona tee tehtävät 7. Well, actually there is also 8 ja 9. Kotona, at home, do the tasks 7, 8 and 9 from this page. And then there is another task queue in Padlet. It's called Käännä verbit, and it's a translation exercise. There are lots of verbs there, and I want you to find the translations to those verbs. It's there in a Padlet, and it's called, I have called it, what did I call it? Yeah, Käännä verbit. Käännä verbit. Käännä verbit englanniksi. And you will see lots of verbs there. And I want you to use a translator and find the translations there in English. It's there in a Padlet in homework section. You will find it from there. So at home, do exercises 7, 8 and 9, and then the one in a Padlet. And then you also have the that hoivaa suomeksi material, but those you can do during the weekend or during next week. You don't need to do it for Friday. Okay, tiedätkö mitä pitää tehdä? Do you know what you need to do now? Okay?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Kaikki valmista.
Hyvä.
Hyvä.
Yes.
Siinä kaikki. Heippa sitten. Heippa. Nähdään.
Nähdään perjantaina.
Moi moi.
Moi moi.
Moikka.
Nähdään pian.
Moi. Nähdään perjantaina.